love bugs is rising. Body is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended family, just thank you for the love and support. It is so appreciating. We're going through all these different changes in our life that is going to enrich us, as well as catapult us towards the abundance that you have truly been working hard for, plus so much more that you didn't expect. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you are feeling like the videos are very informative, give you good vibes, or uplift you in a way that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times at the moment and needing spiritual guidance or needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even some purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites, wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. So greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The music that I'm listening to in the background is called Chakra Music 2.0. Sacral chakra energy music strengthens sacral what is this? Oh, chakra energy meditation and sleep. And I will post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Ascending from the Battlefield of the Mind. I was just sitting up here doing get me some more thumbnails as usual. And it's just beautiful when the universe is guiding you towards things. When I ask, hey, can I get some new content that is better suit me, because sometimes I'll be writing a lot of this stuff down, like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that one today, let me go towards something else. I went to go and was like crouching down on the ground, and he had chains coming from his body, and you see this big brain thoughts, or negative thoughts that start to come. You're so used to having those on repeat. It's on constant loop, that you have been carrying for so long, and it's just like when you're going through all these different trials and tribulations, it's bound to happen, but it's just like, your spirit guides, your higher self, your family that has passed on, universe, they're giving you, so many signs that, you're almost at your destination. Don't allow, things from the past to slow down and, be damaging towards your future, because these, there's a lot of times we don't understand that, universe will allow certain things to take place in our life for us to see you are always having that power to be overcome, things that's taking place. And a lot of times, I have to allow myself to really see things from a different point of view, especially if you've been dealing with stuff for so long and it was at once, was a very sore subject for you. It can really be a lot, especially if you're dealing with a lot of different things in your life, and sometimes you can be so used to saying, on that pessimistic vibe, when you're allowing yourself to set free from those things, it make you feel like something wrong because you've been holding on for so long. I'm like, oh my God, what's about to pop off, and see, I was just saying that in my last video, when you say something, your nose start itching, that's letting you know, hey, you're on the right path. We all go through different overwhelming times where you're trying to allow yourself to find that way out of that tunnel of all frustration, stress, uncertainty, and doubts, all those different things. It can really cloud your mind, and it will have you, focused, where you're bringing all this excess and negativity in your life, and you're trying to understand where it's coming from. And a lot of times, you can be at that type of situation where, you feel like, okay, I've been, doing, positive changes in my life. I've been allowing myself to break free. But there's a lot of times we can say we forgive certain situations and still allow that to be in that loop. It only takes that one little thing that will take you back to that situation and remind you what has taken place in your life. But I always have to constantly tell myself, these are the things that are strengthening you. Yeah, it had to, it hurt like hell for you to go through. And to endure what was taking place, but these are the things that reminded you of what you carry, what your purpose is here for, being that example to let others know, even though you have had so many traumatizing things in your life has taken place, you don't have to stay there. It's always a choice. A lot of people, we feel, and at times I used to feel like I don't have a choice, tired of dealing with this. I said I forgave this, but then the next thing you know, there'll be something else that came up that I either forgot about, because we all go through that spiritual amnesia where you have suppressed so many different things. That was how you coped with a lot of it. If you couldn't heal, you just wanted to forget. And you have to understand you can't avoid. And I have to tell myself that as well. You can't avoid things. You have to be able to allow yourself to say, you know what, this has really messed me up on so many different directions. But look how far, just for me going through the things that I've gone through in life, look how far I am now. It may not be exactly where I want to be, but I'm nowhere near where I used to be. You have to allow yourself to give yourself that credit, because a lot of times we're too hard on ourselves. Like, you can work on your own daggone nerves. I said, why am I working on my own nerves myself? I'm like, self, you're really working my nerves, but you have to allow yourself to know, these things are going to strengthen you. These are the things that gave you that knowledge towards yourself, allowed you to see what you can obtain through all these different things that's taking place in your life. How can you use this for your better advantage? Because it's just like, we don't understand a lot of times, you're being tested just to see how you're going to respond to certain things. Somebody come at you rude, or say something really nasty towards you, you can just say, God bless you. Keep on going, because it's just a lot of times, people will work hard to try to disrupt your peace. Don't allow those folks to disrupt your peace, because they're fighting a battlefield in their mind that you don't walked away from when it was, when it was in your mind. And a lot of times, I see the different things that I went through, and I had to really allow myself to draw back. You don't have to keep these things. They're not damn trophies. But there'll be your pleasant reminder saying, look, you've endured these things. It hurt you. It broke you down to the core, but it helped you learn. It helped you learn, unlearn, and relearn all over again. That was supposed to be one of my daggone contests, but I'm gonna use that in like a week or two, so I ain't got to worry about doing it in the same set. But you're unlearning. You're allowing yourself to walk away from cultural conditioning, emotional programming, all these different things. You're learning the view of you, what your path is here for, what you can, what can you get out of this situation through the midst of change and transformation. um it gives you your strength, and a lot of times, when I talk to people, go into detail about, the things that I talk about one-on-one. That's why I love when I do my videos, and then when people hit me up, and you go through your things, and a lot of times we don't understand that you are that strength that you choose to not see at times, because of things being so heavy, or things may seem confusing, because a lot of times just the vibes that we carry clouds our judgment at times, because that situation is so powerful. Because there's times sit up here and say, what, I let these things go, and I've been thinking positive, but all of a sudden these things done came in my life, and blocked me from this, or this happened, or that happened. If you carry that vibe, if you can carry that vibe of negativity, pessimism, doubt, fear, or not believing within yourself, or believing what is taking place in your life, that's what brought those things back, because that energy overpowered the one for the positive, to be able to tell you, hey, better days is about to be here for you. Doors are cracking open for you. Allow yourself to understand what had to take place for you to be able to be where you're going to be. Because there's, if you allow yourself to basically look back, and see, all the transformation you went through, all the things that, has taken place in your life that has really turned your life upside down. And, you'll hear your spirit guides say, just hold on a little while longer. We know it's hard, but know that you're not going through these things by yourself, which we're not. We're not going through these things by ourselves. Even when you feel like you're going through it, you're always going to be whole. You have to allow yourself to become strengthened within your strength, and you're always whole, but there is, you had to learn the depth of you. Allow yourself to keep soaking up knowledge. If you're, you're being a Heyoka, you always looking up on stuff. I know Google probably looking at me like, girl, you back here again today. This is like the 10th time this day, you know, and because I always look up things, you know, people will tell me something, or I'll just go research, or if there's something that pops up that I need to talk about, like, you know, I can see it in my third eye and it'll say something, you know, and I'm like, okay, let me write this down and make sure, you know, hey, let me go ahead and get the studies about it. Or it'll be somebody that I could be talking one-on-one with, and then I'll say something that's real deep, and I'm like, dang, let me go ahead and write that down so I can go ahead and talk about it in the videos. Because you know, you really have to allow yourself to know we have that choice to walk away. And at times it may be hard, because if you have held on for something so long, you have done something, you know, for far too long. When you are going through that change, it can be very uncomfortable. It can be very uncomfortable because you'll start seeing, you know, blessings surrounding you. You'll start seeing blessings throughout the day, even through hectic times. And I have to allow myself to see that. It's like you're going through something, but guess what? They said, don't worry about that. You know, we know you're worried about certain things, but trust and believe everything's going to fold out and come down on your favor. But allow yourself to believe, allow yourself to keep going, even when you can't see exactly where your road is taking you. You already have to know that universe is going to guide you towards that. They say, hey, you know what, go to the left, right there at that yield sign, go to the left. And you're like, well, wait a minute, but you told me to go this way. Okay, I know what I told you, but you have to be able to tell yourself, trust the process. If they're sending you that way, there may be something down that way that you need to get. And then come, like, say if they tell you to go to the left, next thing you know, you're concerned, like, why did they tell me that? And they told me to go to the right. The next thing you know, you done got here because you're already on that mission of where you're following the vibes. You know, your intuition's guiding you a certain place. You know, they took you this way because it's like something you may want to do in your life, but you don't understand how. You know, you're writing it down and trying to basically, like, some way of articulating how, or not articulating, but basically being able to go to get to where you're trying to be at, because you know whatever that purpose is that you are really is calling you, you're trying to understand how it's going to take place. So the universe is going to guide you towards your path to be able to go through these things. You may be going through those sharp curves and stuff like that, but you got to be able to roll with the punches, allow yourself to keep going. And then the next thing you know, when you went down that way, there was something that you weren't even expecting. But this didn't just, this just didn't, present itself towards you, towards the things that you were going for. But this added, enhanced, like a blessing that can add on towards what you were already trying to achieve in your life. And then you allow yourself, you get emotional, because you've seen, just because you allowed yourself to be guided towards that way, it didn't just bless you with what you were trying to bring into your life, but it blessed you in things you weren't even expecting to just go and add a blessing to your life, just because you allowed yourself to trust that process, just because you allowed yourself to walk off of that battlefield, stick that daggone, that little, I forgot what those little things are, them sharp things where they got the flags at, and you poked it into the ground. You allowed yourself to stop fighting yourself. And a lot of times we fight ourselves because we don't want to recognize the truth. We don't want to endure change. We don't like it when things are taken away from us we thought we needed. And you don't realize it's already served its purpose in your life. You no longer need the things that have been taken out your life. Or if there's somebody that stole something from you, or, robbed you of something, that's okay. It was supposed to go that way, just because they're wanting you to have room for what they're about to place into your life. And I will always have to tell myself that. It's like my higher self be coming. I'm like, girl, you go ahead. I had to be able to allow myself to be, give myself that, that heave ho. But, we go through all those different things in our lives. And a lot of times we can be our worst daggone enemy. You could be going through one negative thing and you went back and brought up all like 3 or 4 daggone memories just to have that chain event that brought all that back. And then you wonder why you done tripped and fell, you done locked your keys in the door, maybe chipped your nail, hell, probably broke a tooth. And you wonder why that happened, just because that energy was far more heavier than what that positive was trying to bring into your life. And you're like, see, I told you this was going to happen. Yeah, because you thought about that being able to happen. If you're allowing yourself to say, it's going to take forever for me to be able to get over this, that vibe is so heavy. You made that your reality. Because right now, We're going through so many heavy transitions right now, but you have to allow yourself, and I have to tell myself and remind myself, keep that positive vibe. It may be hard that you may be tired of dealing with stuff, because if you have dealt with things for so long, it can break you spiritually and mentally, emotionally, uh, physically, whatever. And you have to allow yourself to know you are built for this. You go through different things, and a lot of times it can even mess with your health at times. I've been there. So it's just like, when I've gone through so many things, it gives me that understanding. We had you, you know voice out your experiences that you have went through, the things that you are facing and coming to terms with, for a reason. I love doing my videos, being able to be honest and open about what takes place in my life, and you can still rip the benefits off of it, just to be able to look at where your life is where you're trying to take your life. But you have to allow yourself, look at your current situation. you know you can either make that choice to hold on to whatever it is that got you on that battlefield of thoughts, mind, focus. Are you seeing your cup halfway full? Are you just constantly seeing what that halfway full was? Like, if I would have left this here, I would have left that. Everything is happening strategically for a reason. It's like a blueprint of those jacked up mistakes, a blueprint of you falling back. All these had to take place for you to be able to appreciate what is about to come into your life, being able to train you. Basically, that's what it is. Like, you go through a boot camp. We constantly have these things going on. It's going to get to that point where you've experienced so much, you already know how to approach it. You're like, oh shoot, that I done went through this, girl. Remember this, and that. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that. That's why you had to go through those things. A lot of times we might hate what we went through, but then you had to learn that lesson. So in case this mess pops up and don't realize, this could be that game changer. If this situation pops up into your life, just to see how are you going to go about it, how are you going to conquer this situation that has just entered your life. And it's very crazy. You can allow yourself to dwell on it, allow yourself to place judgment on whoever has brought it to your life, or you can allow yourself to see, like, okay, I ain't touching that one with a 10-foot pole. I got some more stuff over here. Okay, like, thank you. I appreciate it. I had to learn that. I was telling y'all about that a few days ago, how I've helped people and in their lives while it was helping me, because it was like we're all aligned on that. So a lot of times we're connecting with people that may be going through the same thing, but there's something that they're going through, but a lot of times we don't see how just our decisions or how we take that step towards that situation can really be detrimental towards you. So they bring somebody in your life that is doing the same thing you're doing. So you're allowing yourself to see that outside view of the things that totally relate with that person. And then you allow yourself to say thank you, because this showed you. And that person's like, hey, I'm going through the same thing too, but all these good things is coming, but they're totally passing me by because I stayed focused on something that's already ran its course. And a lot of times we do that. So you have to allow yourself to be able to appreciate that, all these bad situations that's coming into your life is teaching you. But like I said, I've dealt with a lot of people that, I'm still and connect with, and they appreciate what I'm bringing to the table, just like I appreciate them. It's not all about me learning, teaching you something, because you can always teach me as well. We're all being able to help each other in that way, because there are certain things that you might be the missing puzzle of. You've been doing this and I've been searching for it. The next, you done came in my life and I blessed you with my knowledge, and you done turn around and did the same thing. It's just love and positivity and upliftment and learning is being reciprocated. So you can be happy about that. So, it's allowing you to strengthen your mind, and at times it can get really bad. But it was just like when I did that, and it was even when people had blocked me, it was all about how I chose to see that change to take place. Either I can go off, be pissed off, do whatever. But then, that it came to that point where I stopped allowing myself to put all that energy in something that was leaving my life that was already, you know, I was shedding that faucet of that situation. So it was no longer needed. That person, nobody said just because a person comes in your life, they're there to stay. Either they're there to teach you, either deceive you, lie to you, hurt you, love you. Everybody has a reason for coming to your life. Are they that tree, or that branch, or that daggone root? Because if it's or a leaf, because as soon as the temperature change, them daggone leaves be dropping like drop it like it's hot, But that daggone wind be changing and stuff like that. Certain time friends be all over there. Those people I really held to heart. But number one, they started hanging out with my enemy, or they did hang out with my enemy, and it was just like I had to get them out of my life. You can't never hang with somebody who is they may not be your enemy, but a lot of times people are like, the enemy of your enemy is your friend. So I allowed myself to peep game. I'm still going through that. And I allow myself to say, you know what, thank you. Even though that mess hurts like hell, at least I know what I'm dealing with. And it's just like God blessed me with that insight to where I can see even when people are trying to place, games on me. And a lot of times, I had to learn from those situations, even when that person you really held dear into your heart doesn't mean that they're going to do the same for you. And a lot of times that hurts, and I've been in connection with people when they want to vent and you're like, Roslynn, I did this and this and that, and I never would have did them that way. And I said, what, I understand, I get it, I've dealt with a lot, especially since the situation of me being able to see my truth and actually expressing it. It didn't, some things was good for me, and then some things was bad. And there was a lot of people that I really loved that I thought was going to go along this journey, and it was like, no, they're already set. They have to, they're no longer needed on this situation. But these ever since, all these things that I've endured throughout these mishaps that I've had that really ended badly, it allowed me to change the way I look at it. It's like we took that person out your life because they weren't supposed to be in your life, but it showed you what to look for when you deal with type of folks like that, or allows you to go through this situation where, even though your intuition was saying, hey, it's time for you to leave that person alone, especially if you want to say something, it could be something that you're truly proud of, but that person ain't supposed to hear that, because especially if they, you be on the phone talking to somebody, next thing you know, the phone hang up. That's not something you're supposed to talk about. And you're like, dang, I was getting ready to tell you something. And then, or, next thing you know, you get ready to say something. And then the next thing you know, it's all out your mind. Like, dad, what was I about to say? It wasn't meant for that person to know. So you're allowing yourself to step away from that battlefield. That battlefield has taught you so much. Has taught you so much. You have to be able to appreciate the things that knocked you down, because it gave you that courage to bounce right on back up. And then you can appreciate those things. Because everything I went through, even though it hurt me to the core, it allowed me to add more weight of love and positivity towards myself to go ahead and pray for people. Because a lot of times before, the old Roslynn was, ooh, Jesus, was forced not to be reckoned with. I was very harsh. I didn't care. I can hurt your feelings. Even had you question your existence, I just didn't have time. You push at me like that, I can push a lot harder. Try me. I'm about that life. I had to be that way. But a lot of times I had to allow myself to, like, why are you taking yourself down to that person's level? You see how they are. You see how they operate. Allow yourself to be better than what they're dishing out to you. And that's what I had to learn with all the things that's gone in my life. Even the recent things that gone in my life, there was really hateful stuff that's been pushed out towards me. And I was just like, wow, really, we on that type of mentality? But then I said, you know what? I don't know why it was surprising, because they did that to other people that was around them. And, they kept on getting blocked. Now you understand why that person got blocked, even though you cared for them. But you have to allow yourself to, you can love somebody from a distance. You don't have to have them in your life. And a lot of times we feel like we need to take that person with us. It's not meant for everybody to go on your journey. And I had to learn it the hard way. Not everybody's supposed to be on your journey. You live, you learn, you love, and they leave, if that's what the case may be. But it allows you to really see what has taken place. You don't have to be crowded in your mind about everything that person did to you, said to you, placed in your life, distracted you. They were brought into your life to basically show you what you needed to recognize within yourself. Allow yourself to know, are you going to allow this situation to consume you? Or are you going to allow this situation to uplift you? Everybody always has a choice. Like sometimes like, dang, I don't have no choice. Actually, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Or it's just like, oh, I used to say, oh, Lord, this thing's coming in my life and it's going to work my nerves. It doesn't have to work your nerves if you don't allow it. It can't mess with you if you're not giving it attention, you're not saying anything to it. It can't trigger you off. Even when things make me mad, I'll just say what I gotta say and keep moving. You know, I got better things to do. I'm not gonna leave my energy right here. I'm gonna say what I gotta say and leave it alone. You ain't gotta, hit below the belt. I had to allow myself to, even when I felt like, ooh, left yourself wide open for me to tag you with, tag you with my daggone my cockiness. But then I'm just like, nah, ain't even worth your time. You can put some positive energy in what you're trying to focus on and try to be at. Don't allow yourself to jump into that situation, because that was what they were hoping you would do. A lot of times people will bring you a bone just to have one to take back. You have to allow them to just, when they came with you that bone, you allow them to like, oh, thank you. I don't need that no more, but here you go. And you have a nice day. And I had to be like that. And I used to be like, girl, I know some people that know me for a long time, they were like, Roslynn, are you okay? Truth happened to me. Truth happened to me. Me being hurt has happened to me. Me being lied to, deceived in so many different ways. Those things has changed me because it's like now when people do that, I'll say something and I'll leave it at that and I keep going. So I'm not going, even when people keep coming back and, making them jabs like they really want to get up under my skin. I'm like, baby, you can play with yourself. You get a better reaction, but I ain't got time. I got my life to live. There's some people I'm trying to help and I'm trying to get somewhere. So, I'll pray for you and I hope you can find your way wherever you're doing because I allowed myself to separate myself from that. So you walking away from that battlefield. There are going to be days where you're mentally, emotionally, spiritually broke down. Your faith might be getting shaky because you don't understand where your road is going. Even though the universe, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Not everything is what it seems, but you have to allow yourself to trust what is being, that is being shown to you. you know Allow yourself to just observe, not absorb. And I have to remind myself that a lot. Don't you observe, or absorb anything, because that ain't even worth your time. Don't allow yourself to do that. Keep on going. But you have to appreciate what you were taught throughout those dark storms. It's like, just like narcissistic people come into your life. They can really do some really hurtful stuff, but you have to understand this is something that has occurred for many generations. So you have to allow yourself not to take it personal, even though it's at you. Don't take it personal at your life, because it's just like, this is what that person is used to. This is what they're used to doing. They're not happy with their lives. Even though they may seem like they're happy with their lives, they're not happy, because usually when people are happy, they don't try to be going around wrecking everybody else's. And or people trying to say, oh yeah, you can be a little bit happy, you can't be a lot, because I got to be better. I got to be better happy than you are. I don't want you to be happy, I want you to be miserable. You can want me all you want to, but I'm going to do what I want to do. If it's going to better myself, I got to allow myself to keep going, allow myself not to be pulled, triggered, or whatever, because those are the things that's going to strengthen you. When those things come out and you see what's taking place, allow yourself to say what you got to say and keep it moving. You ain't got to even get into it, because a lot of times, it's just like when you deal with narcissistic people. Number one, don't ask them to admit anything, because they won't. Because they don't. When you have to ask them to admit something, even when you call them out and you see what's going on, and they see what's going on and they know why it's going on, but they are not going to admit that. So you have to allow yourself. Don't even play that game. You peeped out game, but you also see how them boomerangs come back. I always tell people, you got to be watching. You got to be very careful of how you treat people. You think you may be getting over on folks because they don't see what you're doing, but universe sees what they're doing. Even though they may not have gotten gooped yet, there's always a time when karma gonna sit back and say, "Hi, you thought I forgot, didn't you? I'm back." You know, and it's there and popping. So allow yourself to walk off that battlefield. Those things that has been heavy weight on your heart, spirit, energy, frequency. Those are the things that you can finally allow yourself to separate with. You heading towards that mountain of abundance, and those are the things that's going to slow you down. And I have to tell myself that those things taught you things of value. That's a blessing. And a lot of times the harshness that comes into your life, it has to be cruel to be kind. So those are the things that come to you and are being blessings in the most unexpected ways. So allow yourself to appreciate that hurt and pain, because it taught you a lot about yourself and how you view the world and how you can go about it. So I hope that you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I'm gonna probably go ahead and push out at least another 1 or 2 videos. I'm still tired from this morning. Like I said, I had all this daggone energy and all this knowledge and frequency they wanted me to push out. So I went ahead and did that, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit more. So let me go ahead and give a post notification shout out to Sarah Jane Tatum, as well as Angel Z and Shanley LaRose. Much love to you as well. Welcome to my beautiful family. It's so good to have you here. If this is your first time stopping by, drop a line. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're knowing me. Don't forget to hit the bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. If you want to contact me personally, privately, yeah, personally, privately, whatever, you can find me on the Book of Faces. Look me up under my name and just send me a short text. Let me know you connect with me here and what spiritual assistance you need, to understand your path or where you're trying to be, or just trying to understand what's going on and take place. And I'll try my best to answer whatever your concerns are. Um, and if I can't, I will go ahead and send you what I have to send you towards that direction for you to do that. You don't have to worry about anything. Those like when I talk to people on the side, it stays confidential, so you don't have to worry about any of those things. So know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I hope that whatever you're trying to manifest in your life comes 100,000 times more than what you had asked for, and comes so much sooner than you expected it. So, like and subscribe, drop a line. I would love a chance to give you a post notification shout out. Also, you can check out my community page. I go ahead and drop, different empath facts, or, little funny memes, and, things that may be going on in the world you may need to pay attention to on your well being. So, I will see y'all in my next video. Make sure you give out love, light, positivities, prosperity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know, all those things can really take somebody a long way. And, you know, stay at home, stay clean, allow yourself to, keep sanitizing as much as you can. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.